Was Taylor Swift born rich? Taylor Swift is the quintessential example of an American swoon-worthy girl. She is a skilled, caring, and gorgeous performer who has risen to the top of the music charts over and over again. Since she began her music career in country music, her fans have been passionate and faithful to the pop sensation. Swift's parents were always highly encouraging of their daughter's aspirations and passion for music, and they continue to be. Hello everyone and welcome to another video on our channel. In today's video, we'll be discussing, was Taylor Swift born rich? Yeah, you heard it right. So let's get started with our video. Taylor Swift grew up affluent. Swift grew up on an 11-acre tree farm in Pennsylvania. Mr. Swift was a successful financial advisor and marketer. He also invested in Taylor Swift's record label Big Machine Records and owns 3%. Swift has never been poor and isn't a famous underdog. That doesn't mean she hasn't had relationship issues or mental health issues. The pop star grew up in a privileged Pennsylvania town. Swift and her mother attempted submitting demo cassettes after winning karaoke contests. Sadly, no record labels took notice of her demos. Taylor's father moved his Merrill Lynch office to Nashville to aid her. Her first automobile was a convertible Lexus to deliver demos throughout town. When her father acquired his stake in Big Machine Records, soon after, the young vocalist was signed. Taylor Swift's fondness for country music stems from her upbringing in Nashville. As she evolved as an artist and traveled the world, her music became increasingly pop-influenced. Taylor Swift and her parents have always been close. She has several songs dedicated to her parents' love and memories. While some may argue Swift's career wouldn't have begun without her father's assistance, no one can doubt her brilliance and charm. Taylor Swift was born in Wyomissing, Pennsylvania on December 13, 1989. Swift attended private Montessori schools. Montessori schools uniquely teach children by studying in a method that works for them and helps them learn to introduce themselves. Swift was soon moved to the Wincroft School. Swift was 9 years old when she entered Berks Youth Theater Academy. Swift has always loved music and theater. Her parents constantly encouraged her goals and provided the best education possible. Swift used to go to New York for acting and singing classes. She admits she always wished to be like Emma Stone. Taylor Swift began to play guitar at 12 from a local musician and computer repairman. Swift wrote Lucky You with the guidance of her instructor, Ronnie Kremer. Taylor Swift started working with her manager, Don Dimtrow, in New York at 14. One of Dimtrow's first big jobs from Swift was modeling for Abercrombie & Fitch. Taylor's song featured on the Maybelline compilation CD soon after her first modeling job. She started at record company showcases. Swift was frequently visiting her mother in Nashville at this period. Taylor's family moved to Hendersonville, Tennessee to help Taylor and her mother. Taylor tried to attend the local high school throughout her first and second years. Due to her busy schedule, Swift completed her final 2 years at Aaron Academy. Taylor began focusing on her country music career while still in high school. Many notable artists and producers recognized her skill early on. Years of training and development as an artist and performer were fast-paying dividends. Swift has always realized she was exceedingly fortunate to be in her position. She also realized that many specialists would be apprehensive of working with a young, wealthy child. To avoid disappointing the professionals she worked with, the singer-songwriter felt she had to provide her finest work consistently. She would create new songs every time she went into a publishing firm to show she was passionate about her trade. Taylor Swift collaborated with Liz Rose, Brett James, Troy Verges, and the Warren Brothers. Liz Rose said working with the bit of vocalist was the most straightforward job she'd ever had. Rose and Taylor's radically different musical talents allowed Taylor to make the most excellent and most original song. Rose co-wrote a third of Swift's first album, including Tim McGraw, Picture to Burn, and Teardrops on My Guitar. Scott Borchetta, scouting for talent to establish his new record business, saw Taylor perform at the Bluebird Cafe in 2005. Unlike her debut album, Fearless had a more extensive fan base. While it was still a country record, pop music was beginning to creep in. Love Story, You Belong With Me, 15, White Horse, and Fearless. According to Billboard, Love Story was a top 5 hit. It launched Swift's practice of writing chart-topping singles. It won Best Female Video at the MTV Video Music Awards. Fearless and several of the album's tracks would win numerous prizes, including 5 American Music Awards. Swift won Entertainer of the Year and Album of the Year in 2009. Billie Eilish, who was 18, took Swift's championship in 2020. Taylor Swift released Folklore and Evermore in 2020. Folklore has won several honors, and she became the first woman to win Album of the Year 3 times. The same label helped her become the first female global icon winner of the Brit Awards. Well, that's all for today's video. Tell us in the comment section how today's video was. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you want to see more like this, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to provide us with your valuable feedback. We'll see you in the following video with some more notable celebrities, facts, and stories. And until then, stay tuned.